Alright guys, welcome back. It's Claytano. Thank you so much for tuning in as always. And so apparently what I'm told is this is the best account in the Europe server. He can apparently get legend whenever he wants. And I took a brief look over his runes real quick just from what people have sent me screenshots of. And actually Shanks was upset when I was talking about the best accounts in Summoner's War, and his name has not been brought up a single time. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, because we're going to be taking a look at his runes and kind of comparing them to the ones that we've already been seeing on some of my other best Summoner's War account videos. And it sounds like, you know, a lot of people like this, and if you guys enjoy it, go ahead and subscribe, because I'll be doing more. And hit that up like button, of course, because, you know, why not? It always, you know, just thumbs up are better than thumbs down. But starting off, like, I'm a fan of anybody that has a nice island, and he definitely has a nice island. It's all, you know, just neat and clean. He's got this star here, Akuma, and then everything's kind of evened out or segregated by the trees. And then he's got his monster island. Monster islands kind of have to be a little bit messy, just because there's all these monsters that are going to get placed all over randomly as well. And then you have this lion here, which is pretty cool. I like it. And then what does this say? This says May 26, Lion Heart R. So maybe that's his, like, girlfriend, boyfriend, or, you know, whatever it might be, whatever he's into. And then there's some more hearts, violent, little lightning signals, and a square up there. So I like it. I like it though. Overall, the island itself is pretty awesome. But Shanks, so I don't know if you guys have played MapleStory or not, but Shanks is like the first person that you talk to in the game. And just shout out MapleStory players one time. Go ahead and subscribe if you play MapleStory and know what I'm talking about. So let's get into it here though. Here's the runes. By the way, he is actually wanting me to do this video for you guys. So if you are upset about me showcasing players' monsters, get over it, because people like it. They like it when they see their account kind of just drooled over by all you guys in the comments. So if you think this is a good account, leave your comments, because Shanks is watching. All right, so let's move on to the runes here. So we have Beth. Already you can see nice speed, crit rate, crit damage. Most people don't put their best runes on Beth though. So overall though, really nice. Despair Will is also really good. Then you have Orion here. Immediately you can see just the speed of it already, like 214. It's a 310 speed Orion. Okay, that's not easy. That's not easy at all, especially with that nice of HP, over 28,000 HP or something like that. Overall, like that's really good. If it's on Will, I think I'm gonna shit myself. It's not. Thank God. Thank God it's not on Will. Okay, because I'd be super impressed and super surprised. But 32 speed on an HP percent rune, and 28 speed on a crit rate rune. Like, what if you put this on a like any Juno, Praha, anything like that? Like, no, Chibu, no. Put it on an offset for Orion. In my opinion, there's a few sets that just should not be broken. One of them is a violent rune. One of the guild mates that I have has a 34 speed violent rune. I'll show you guys a picture of that real quick here. 34 speed violent rune, and he uses it on Bernard. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion, but apparently, you know, maybe this is next level meta shit. I mean, like I said, this guy gets legend on a weekly basis for sure. So let's take out the runes here real quick just to see everything else. 29 speed, 28 speed, 25, 32, and 31. Like, having these two runes alone could make so many monsters just extremely fast just on Swift. Like 29 and 31 is ridiculous. That's crazy. Okay, so Violent Will, Galleon, plus 123 speed, really nice HP, attack, and defense. In my opinion, HP and attack are nice to have on Galleon with some decent accuracy. He's running speed, attack, accuracy, which is interesting. I thought he would be running like HP slot 6, but it looks like he's getting his substats for his HP elsewhere, because his accuracy is only 76%, and he's getting 64 of that accuracy from one single rune. So there's not really a whole lot of accuracy on his substats besides that 6% right there and that 6% right there. So everything else on his monster is just focused on the HP and the attack and the speed, really, when it comes down to it. So let's move on to Megan's Swift Will. Let's just take a look at this. 165. This right here is faster than a lot of people's Swift sets. Okay, a lot of people. Even in Guardian 2, I would say you're going to see a lot of people that this is their fastest Swift Will set. Because not only like is it a fast set, like plus 165 is nice, but it's on a Megan, which getting 165 on this set is really hard. Obviously, you guys probably already know, but there's 19 speed, 21 speed, 21 speed, 18 speed, and 19 speed. So it's super solid. It is super solid. Having 165 speed is really nice. The fact that he already has a much faster Swift set that we've seen, though, you know, it's just the level. Like, you get one rune and then you upgrade it to the next one. You get the next rune and you upgrade it to the next one. Then each monster starts getting hand-me-downs from the monster in front of them, like their little brother or something, or little sister in this situation. Here's a chilling, not really too exciting there, so we'll just move on. Konamiya, plus 175. I'm hoping Swift, yes, okay, Swift. And then we have plus 19 speed, plus 20 speed, 26, 20, and 25. Like, that rune right there is so underrated, I'm assuming, in his rune storage. Like, this is a nice rune. It's got accuracy, resistance, HP, and 20 speed on an HP percent Swift rune is always super useful. And then he's got this one with 20%. So having the defense and the speed there is, that's awesome. Okay, moving on to Stella. Overall, really nice crit rate and crit damage. Obviously, speed is okay. And then you have the attack and HP. He's got a second galleon built. This one is shield will, but much faster than the first one. So 138 speed with 94% accuracy. Really nice HP as well. So this is speed, HP, accuracy with, again, nice HP substats, of course, to make sure that he's getting that extra HP out of him. And then we have Chandra, Shield Will, Energy, 40, 50 something thousand HP, which is crazy, with nice defense as well. You can't neglect the defense. Here's his Malaka, mostly not really ruined a whole lot, just a lot of attack for probably world boss. A lot of water monsters for these higher end guys. They ruin them just to rank higher in world boss. That's about it. Then we have his Theo Mario, 66% crit rate, 160 crit damage, 1419 attack, 19,000, 20,000 HP, and 110 speed. Overall, solid. Theo Mario's Violent Revenge. Take a look at his stats here real quick. And then moving on to Varad, Violent Will, plus 149 speed on Violent Will. Look at the defense on that shit, too. Crazy defense, 66% accuracy, over 23,000 HP, and really nice Varad there. Look at the subsets on that rune. Crazy. 25 speed Violent Rune, 24 speed Violent Rune. Overall, really fast Violent Runes on his Varad. I'd be surprised if he has faster runes on a different monster. Maybe he like put a lot of effort into the Varad. I'm curious. Look at this Alicia though. Look at the 122 speed, 100% crit rate, 188 crit damage, over 2,000 attack power, and ooh, it is Swift Will with speed, crit damage, and attack. Interesting. I like it though. You don't really need to have like rage, or you don't really need to have violent on Alicia. She gets an extra turn if you kill one enemy anyway. And if you have the speed to get an extra little Swift set in there and be able to get the speed that way, either whatever way works, guys. Whatever way works. Here's the Chow though. Nice HP and attack, 73% crit rate, crit damage, Nice speed. And this is, so this is interesting. This is apparently on this challenge, this are throwaway runes, you know, just some extra runes to put on people. But he has HP, crit damage, attack, right? Okay, then he has this vampire rune, and then look at this. Just look at this rune for a little bit. 44% attack. 44% attack. That's not easy to do. But it has speed, HP, and crit rate on it as well. Like Rune Prawn, this is a sexy rune, guys. 44% attack is really crazy. Tractor, also another, you know, decent monster to have. Probably again not his best runes, so we'll just skip through these real quick. Then we have this Xiaolin. A lot of people use it for R5 and stuff like that. And overall built really well. A lot of attack power on that thing. Doesn't really need a whole lot of HP, or I'm sorry, attack speed, because she's just gonna revenge. And yeah, definitely a really nice R5. Look at that, 35% attack. Jeez, look at that, 30%, 28%, crazy. But yeah, overall really nice. Really nice R5 Xiaolin. Then we have Azaria, plus 122 speed. Nice attack, crit rate, crit damage. And this is offset, but again, offset's fine. It's really, it doesn't matter how you guys get there as long as you get there, really. But he could probably get a little bit more crit rate if he switches out this destroy rune for a blade rune, but I'm sure he's got the blade runes on other more important monsters. Here's a Nemesis Rage Yaku. Probably for like dragons running or giants running, something like that. So overall, super nice. Take a look at the runes here real quick. But again, these guys, like, if you look at one monster, you're like, okay, I could probably make that. But then you look at the next monster, and he's got like the same runes or better. And then you look at the next monster, and then even better runes, and then even more speed, and then even more attack, and you're like, okay, wait, hold on. I just have one set. You know, like that's what makes these players as good as they are, because they have just so many different really top quality runes. It's not easy to get these, obviously. It takes a lot of effort and farming in getting it. So here's Bastet. I've learned recently how to pronounce her name. I used to call her Bastet. People don't like that, so I'll call her Bastet now. I'm sorry, guys. 181 speed, though. Really nice defense and HP. I bet you this is killer in RTA. But speed, HP, defense, speed. Everybody's got speed. It's broken set, though. Not a bad thing. Broken set is fine. 181 speed, like 280 speed. Bastet is really nice. All right, Amelia. So here is a monster that you can dump some good runes into. Plus 152 speed with really crazy HP, really crazy defense, nice resistance, and then really everything you want. It is swift, though. It is swift. Okay, interesting. Swift Nemesis. But we have this plus 1,000 flat HP. This rune overall isn't like super crazy, like not like super impressive, but overall it's all the runes together, right? 23 speed is super nice. Again, you take for granted some of these runes that are on these monsters because he just has so many, it just looks so effortless. But you have Hua next, plus 122. Look at the attack, the HP, the crit rate, crit damage, and speed on this thing. Crazy for R5. Guarantee he uses it in R5. Especially being on Swift, you guys don't always want violent runes on your R5 monsters. So having Hua on Swift is really smart. That's the way I rune mine. Then we have this Beretta, plus 121. I would assume that he probably uses this in TOA Hard or something like that, if he even needs a Beretta in TOA Hard. I don't see him using this person anywhere else, really, other than TOA Hard. That's pretty much his only use. Then we have this Colleen, plus 150 speed. Okay. 17,000 plus HP. Nice resistance, and it's just kind of all over the place. But really, you just need one set of revenge on there if you're using it for R5, and I would assume that that's where he's using it. With the amount of speed that's on it, though, it makes sense. So speed 20, 20, 25, 21, and 22. That's all it takes, guys, to get to 150. That's all it takes. Just 20 all around and a couple here that are 25, 20, 22, stuff like that. But again, you don't always need violent for R5, and that's really where Colleen's probably being used on his account. We have the Shiwa. Not really a whole lot of speed because she's really more for Necro. We have Tessarian plus 105 speed. A lot of people like building Tessarian a little bit tankier, so this is definitely, you know, got some HP on it and attack, and he's already got nice defense, so the defense is easy to get, but the accuracy is the next one. Plus the crit rate is always nice as well, because this skill here inflicted enemies on harmful effects by 30%, so he does more damage by 30% for enemies that have a harmful effect on it, right? So really nice. Then we have Lisa, another R5 monster, probably one of the only monsters that he has on violent here. Defense, HP, with lots of nice speed substats, plus 120, but it's enough for R5. Alright, so now we're getting into some of the monsters that he probably uses in Arena, Rakan being one of them. Plus 105 speed, so 200 speed total Rakan with 33,000 HP, 81 crit rate, 160 crit damage, speed, crit damage, HP. Super nice, right? Again, Vampire Will is really what you want on a Rakan. I would say don't build it any other way. A lot of people try Violent, but Violent's just not as... it's not as relevant as Vampire is. Roke, whatever you guys want to call it, I don't care. But again, probably a Necro monster based on the speed there. Alone, Violent, Focus, yeah, that makes sense. And then we have Vertihile, probably one of his dungeon running Vertihiles. Swift, crit rate, attack. Overall, really nice Vertihile. Just a utility monster though, so nothing crazy on him. Then we have Bulldozer, probably something that he uses in Guild Wars often. Nice defense, that's really all you need. Crit rate, crit damage, and it is defense, crit damage, defense, rage, will. Really nice. Really nice. Okay. Hua-Hee. Really nice attack. Nice speed as well. Crit damage. And it's on Fatal, of course. You use these in like Rift of Worlds, like the Elemental dungeons, stuff like that. Alright, so Chiwu, Despair, Nemesis. Okay, Despair, Nemesis. Let's just look at the runes first, and then we'll look at the stats, because I would assume that he has really nice stats on his Chiwu. I would hope so, because I think he uses Chiwu with Rakan, Frigate, and one other monster on his arena defense. I forget what it was. Ratesh. So we'll get to the Ratesh here in a second. But okay, so here's the speed. 24 speed. 26 speed. Flat HP. Super ballsy, but I like it. 29 speed. 23 speed. And 25 speed. I bet you it doesn't have very much HP, because it has a flat HP and a defense slot 6. Interesting. Plus 169 speed. Wow. Plus 169 speed, but then guys, if he took this rune, okay, real quick, let's just take a look, and then switched it with this rune here, 32 speed, right? What are we at? 32 speed and 23 speed. So that's add an extra 9 speed. That's, he could make a 278 speed, 281 speed Chiwu. Math, yeah. Juno unruned, that's okay. We don't need Juno anyway. Even though she's really nice in this meta. Maybe not on EU though. Maybe not on EU. We have this nice Perna with really nice speed, HP, attack, crit rate, crit damage. Like, that's a really good Perna. Violent Will, speed, crit damage, attack. I like the speed, crit damage, attack build. You want to make sure that she's fast, or he's fast, Perna. Lukasha. Interesting. Really nice runes on Lukasha. I would say probably a monster that he uses for Necro as well. I would say he uses the Lukasha with Shiwa and Roke. I would say that's probably what he uses. And then here's his Commune. About 40,000 HP. Nice speed. Really what you want is the speed on the monster anyway. With Destroy. I like that. I like Destroy a lot on Commune. I think it's a good use for your nice Destroy runes because you really don't need Violent. Swift is wasted, I think, on Commune. Obviously, if he's moving a million turns at once, sometimes it's too much. Okay, moving on. Rocky, poor Rocky gets the shaft as she twirls around the shaft. Okeanos, plus 120 speed. I'm assuming, oh, it is on Swift as well. Interesting. Not a whole lot of speed on the Okeanos, but overall, crit damage attack build, so it probably does some nice damage. Probably catches some people off guard, I would assume. Brandia on runes. She also gets the shaft. She can go spin around it with Rocky. Delphoy, decent runes on there. Just probably some backup runes or whatever. We don't need to go over those. Briand, crit rate and crit damage build on Briand. Makes sense, though. I like it. It is a Despair set with energy runes. Probably for, I would say TOA. Yeah. Chamamir. I like this a lot. I actually haven't seen a Chamamir with the skin yet. I actually kind of like that. I think it's legit. I think that's probably my favorite one out of all of them now. It's so pretty. It really is so pretty. Okay, but the nice attack, everything, will probably just use it as a secondary AoE nuker. Leo. Okay, I like the focus on Leo. Really, you don't need will, so why not? Why not go focus? 72 crit rate, 145 crit damage, attack and HP. That's kind of how I have mine built, with HP in one of the slots too. A little bit too fast for Leo, right? Too fast for Leo. Plus 48 speed. A lot of maybe wasted subsets there. You can pump it into more HP or something like that. Here's this Copper. Really, you want the defense, the crit damage, and then the crit rate can be buffed by this guy over here, which is plus 175. We'll get to that in just a second. But is Rage Will. Really nice, right? That's a Copper for you guys. Then we have this speed, HP, defense, Immensity. 24 speed, 27 speed on this Rage rune. Yeah, really nice Immensity. Doesn't have to be super crazy. It's just used for Guild Wars, so you make sure you use it when you need to. Really, is what all it's about. Raviti though, defense and HP, accuracy. That's an interesting monster. You don't see this one every day. Raviti. Orochi, probably more for that skin on Orochi is pretty sick though. You guys can't deny that. For real, for real. 127 speed. Speed, crit damage, attack. Nice runes. Nice runes. Alright, here's your Lucian. Here's your fat Lucian. This is what everybody wants to see. Fat Lucian. 99 crit rate, 212 crit damage, 3000 attack. That's a nice Lucian, guys. 3000 attack. Rage Blade. I mean, that's like the set that you have to use to get to that amount. But look at the attack on everything. You can't get attack on slot 3, so I mean you can't do it. But there's 35% attack, 27% attack, 70% attack. So that's crazy. That's a good Lucian. That's a good Lucian. I'm impressed. Baby Cat Heart. Interesting. I bet you that's his girlfriend. Maybe. Remember when we did his island review? 72%. He probably uses this in R5, I would assume. That's a good R5 homunculus. Hathor Unruned. I mean, who cares about CC anyway? Am I right? And then we have Tiana 171. Swift Will, basic, yeah. Really nice resistance though, 100% resistance. That's what you want, because if Tiana resists everything, so does everybody else on your team. Pung Bake, Unrunes, so sorry. Jameyer, I would assume that he uses that with maybe the Copper Messity combination for Guild Wars. Diana, plus 126 with super nice HP. Look at that HP. Violent Blade. Interesting. Interesting on the Blade. Overall, though, really nice. 52% crit rate. That's probably got to hurt. Triton, okay. 151 speed Triton with 30,000 HP. A little over 1,000 defense. And then accuracy is really nice as well. And it is built Despair Nemesis. I like it. Just the amount of despair runes that he has. Like, you can tell he sleeps in giants. I mean, come on. Sleeps in giants. Alright, so here's his Ratesh. Apparently it's really good. And it's Violent Will right off the bat here. So Violent Will, speed with a 27% HP rune. HP. HP. I like the speed HP build. I really do. I think that's the best way to rune Ratesh these days. 156 speed. With over 40,000, 42,000, something like that speed. I'm sorry, HP. 52,000 speed. 42,000 speed. That's crazy. Yeah, and then the defense is really good too. Over 1,000 defense. That's crazy. Here's a speed Lucian. You really only need one speed Lucian these days, and then you switch it off with the fat Lucian. But we have 100% crit rate, 189 crit damage. Again, 3,000 speed. No, this isn't a speed Lucian. This is another fat Lucian. What the heck? That's crazy. Why does he have two fat Lucians? This is crit damage attack with fatal offset. He has two fat Lucians. Wow. Two fat Lucians, guys. Look at that. That's cool. Okay. Jingzhe, Wind Monkey King. This thing's, you know, these things always hurt. I hate Wind Monkey Kings. That passive is just really OP. There's the runes on that Wind Monkey King. Here we go. We got Foucault next. Nice crit damage build on the Foucault. Oftentimes used for Necro B10 as well. Olivia, 98 speed. Nothing crazy on Olivia. Missing a rune. Sierra. Okay, so Sierra is one of those monsters that is can be built a bunch of different ways. He's going with a 30,000 HP Sierra, plus 115 speed, decent accuracy. I would like to see a little bit higher, but really nice attack as well. Violent Will, of course. Speed, attack, attack. I like how he went with the speed because he has this really nice violent rune. So he's able to get a lot of stats out of this one rune instead of going with like attack slot 2 or HP slot 2. So that's why he probably went with that. And then you have this speed, HP, defense, Beladion. Huadam for 50,000 HP. Nice resistance and decent speed for having 50,000 HP for sure. Despair Will, which is how you want to build him. It's probably a bitch to kill in Guild Wars, I would assume. Grogo, Shield, Nemesis, Will. Bet you that's another great Guild War monster for him. Look at those stats. The defense, though, on that is crazy. Defense is crazy. Arya. Shout out Game of Thrones fans. Last episode was sick. I'm going to leave it at that. Despair Accuracy. I would assume that he uses that for like TOA Hard as well. And then double appKarma. What? Okay, so he has one defense build and one HP build. You see just swapping back and forth. One's a little bit faster than the other, but overall, it's just interesting. Interesting. Like, who gets double appKarma? That's funny. I like that. 44% HP leader skill. Damn appKarma, man. appKarma. So this one's fight with defense, HP. They're just super tanky. They're just super tanky. You can't really touch them very much. So he has double Lin. Double in is something that we've seen the other players using as well. Nice attack, crit rate, crit damage. Really nice crit damage, crit rate, and attack. So basic stuff here. Rage and Fatal. And then Blade set to offset the crit rate. I like that. Alright, then we have actually a built Figaro for you guys. Built Figaro. With Despair, Will, 113 speed, with HP as well. Nice HP. 32,000 HP, something like that. 33,000. Buramos. 112 speed of Vermos with HP. Joltan. Lynette. Alright, here's a Leebly though. 2,173 plus attack with plus 125 speed, accuracy, and that's crazy. The attack is nice. Like, I don't know if you guys saw Tiger's attack though on his Leebly, but there's a lot of attack on Tiger's Leebly. It's crazy. I think it's more than this. You guys should check out that video. Okay. On to Luna though. 1,400 attack. Crit rate, crit damage is nice. And here is Beta, plus 141 speed. This is Violent Nemesis. Defense, HP, right? Really nice. Like, that's going to be cutting a lot of Lucians, I would assume, if that's what he uses it for, to cut Lucians. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. Red hair. That's pretty much it. He has a frigate here. I believe he used to have the Orion runes on his frigate. So instead now he uses the Orion, which is interesting. It's interesting. I can see the Orion working a little better in this situation, because he probably again, like I said, he uses Chiwu, some type of gauge booster with Ritesh and Rakan on his defense, and he gets legend quite a bit. He does, and this is in the EU server. So this is again one of the, right now he's sitting at legend rank, by the way, but this is one of the best accounts in the European server. If you guys liked it, please, again, leave a comment, like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. There are a couple other accounts on the EU server that I also want to take a look at as well. But as always, stay soupy, don't be potatoes, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. What's going on, Soup? It's Claytano. Be sure to subscribe for more content every single day. If you missed yesterday's video, you can check it out here. And if you're in need of some free crystals, you can click on this other link instead. Also, if you want to stay connected with me personally, go ahead and hit me up on any social media platform at Claytano, and I will see you guys tomorrow.